Okay, so I have something a little bit different to do today. I am very deep in revisions. It is crunch time right now, so I really don't have something super involved prepared for you. So I wanted to do something that would be fun and quick and a little bit de-stressing because it has been a week. But I came across a video by Emma Bennett, who is a romance writer, author-tuber here, and she was answering questions for a Writers Not Writing tag, I believe it's called. And so it's sort of like a mini Q&A where there's like a set list of questions that like creators will tag each other in and they'll answer them. So it's sort of like doing a Q&A, but none of y'all asked these questions. But I thought they would be fun, and, you know, I figured if you need something a little quick and silly to listen to, you know, you can grab a coffee or a tea or something, and we could just have a, you know, short little romp. Okay, so yes, there are 10 questions. Let me get settled here, but... Okay. Question number 1 is, do you have a day job? And yes, I do. I currently work as a software engineer. I've talked about this before, especially in my conlanging videos where I work on a Java program that I've written to help me with my conlanging. Number 2, are you a reader? Yes, kind of tempted to pan over to my giant bookcase here, which is one of many in my house. I read pretty widely across various fantasy and then also romance genres. I'm currently reading a historical romance right now. It's one of the ones I read when, like, I just want something a little bit feel good, and also I really love the, like, historical part of historical romance, because I just really love learning about history. And yeah, I also read a lot of nonfiction, specifically for my world building guide research and stuff like that. So like this whole bookcase right here that you can't see right now is just full of all of my nonfiction. Okay, question 3. What are your other hobbies? My husband always jokes that my only hobby is collecting hobbies, which is not untrue. Writing is obviously my main hobby, I guess. We could still sort of call it a hobby. And then world building, of course. But I also dabble in a bunch of other things that I kind of tend to rotate through projects in them a little bit. But like I do woodworking, I do crocheting, quilting, reading, painting, video games, like all of that sort of stuff. There's not that many things that I haven't tried, but those are kind of the ones that I've done the most. Okay, question 4. Tea or coffee? I am contingently a fan of both. And it depends, right? So for tea, I will occasionally drink like chamomile and stuff like that, but my main preference is like very minty tea. So like spearmint is my absolute favorite. I also drink like peppermint and stuff like that, and I don't put anything in tea. I just like water and then the tea bags, and then that's it. I don't put anything else in my tea. And then for coffee, I will only drink coffee if it is a mocha. And specifically, I just like take half a thing of like hot cocoa mix and dump it in my coffee, like otherwise black, and that's what I drink. I don't know if I've ever enjoyed drinking it any other way, so under very specific circumstances, I can do both. But I'm picky. Okay, 5. What are you passionate about? I feel like this is the type of channel where it's probably pretty obvious, but I'm very passionate about storytelling. I'm very passionate about world building. All many avenues of those things. But I don't know. I mean, I also really enjoy history and science and understanding how the world works and how, you know, the people of the past have worked. I really enjoy all of that. I also really enjoy romance. Just the straight up, like, I'm just into it, you know? Question 6. Do you have any pets? Yes, I do. I have 2 little dogs. I have Desmond, who is a King Charles Cavalier Spaniel, I think, and then Penny, who's a Shih Tzu. They're both very sweet and cute and tiny, and they're little couch potatoes. I adore them. And then we also have a carnival goldfish that I don't remember what my children named, but yes, we have 1 little carnival goldfish left. 7. What was your dream job as a child? I actually wanted to be the first female president of the United States, which Yeah. It's kind of crazy. I was actually, I went to college to be a lawyer originally, so I was doing pre-law before I ended up switching briefly to geology and then realized I didn't want to, like, I don't know, I wanted to have more flexibility in my life, and then I switched to comp sci because it had that logic bent that I enjoyed, which was a good transition for my previous major, which was technically, for pre-law, I believe I was a philosophy major. So it's only relatively kind of late in my education that I kind of turned off that general path. Not that I still wanted to be president, I wanted to be a lawyer, but that did not obviously end up where I went. Okay, 8. If you could live anywhere else in the world, where would it be? Absolutely, hands down, without a doubt, Scotland. I would love to live there. In fact, I have tried to move there, but it's kind of hard to get a visa to live there. But I have a very, very close friend who lives there. We went there on our honeymoon, and I really like Scotland. I really like the pace of life. I know a lot about it, even just from, not as much visiting there, because, like, I visited a lot of Scotland, right, and I really enjoyed it, but just our au pair was from Scotland, and so we got really close, and we talked a lot about the differences in life there and how things work there, and I just think, like, from a lifestyle perspective, I would really enjoy living in Scotland, and also it's beautiful. Like, I absolutely love it. I've watched an excessive number of videos of people that have, like, vlogs of them moving to Scotland and, like, what's life like in Scotland and general lifestyle Scotland vlogs. I would absolutely move there. Definitely. Like, I would actually do it. If someone, like, wants to offer me a visa on a pretty platter, I will take it. And then 9, do you speak any foreign languages? I don't really. I am passable with some Spanish. I took up to, like, I think, like, Spanish 3 or, no, Spanish 4, I think, in high school. I remember some of it, like, and I can, very minor things. I can say very minor things. And then I briefly spoke some Greek that I've mostly all forgotten. I can say, like, 3 or 4 things still, but that's about it. And otherwise, no. 10, what music would we find in your collection? Mostly, like, anything from, like, alt metal to hard rock. Anything in there I really enjoy is, like, Breaking Benjamin, Avenged Sevenfold, all of that sort of stuff I really enjoy. But then I also, like, sometimes listen to some more eclectic stuff. I listen to some musicals. I listen to some, like, general pop music. Like, I listen to most things other than, like, maybe rap and country. And there's still a couple of songs in each of those that I do listen to. I don't listen to music too often. I actually listen to it mostly when I'm, like, writing or something, or when I'm coding. I'll sometimes put, like, some metal on just because I feel like it's the right vibe for programming. I don't know. But other than that, like, I don't listen to the radio in the car usually. Like, occasionally I'll put stuff on that I like to sing along to, but I tend to drive in silence because I'm weird and it gives me space to think. Yeah, but I think that's all the questions, which this didn't take nearly as long as I thought it would, but I'm curious if you have any interesting answers to any of these. It would be a lot of fun to just chat in the comments. I'm in the mood for some comment chatting, so if you want to answer any of those, like your day job, are you a reader, what are your other hobbies, tea or coffee, what are you passionate about, do you have any pets, dream job as a child, where else in the world would you live, do you speak foreign languages, what music would we find in your collection? Let me know, pick your favorites or the interesting ones down below and we'll chat. I'll probably put the questions in the description below, but yeah, I think this is probably going to be one of my shorter videos because, yeah, although that's what I needed this week. I needed something short, quick, sweet, little, because I'm going crazy. Not literally, but I might be. So, yes. I will see you in the next one.